so I can see all the names coming up. Okay, hello everyone. This is my first TikTok live feed. So I'm not sure how I can see your questions. If someone wants to just put a hello on there, then I can at least see where the questions are. Viewers, good connection. Okay, I can see all these beautiful people joining. I'm just playing around with this just for a second to figure out. Hang on, what's that there? Join. Comment gift. Comment settings. Okay, so send and receive comments during your live feed. Yep. Okay. What's that little thing there? Okay. Alright, so if anyone would like to, as far as I can tell, everything's set up and it's telling me who's joining. Someone wants a card read. Put a question in. So clearly this is all new to me, but let me take one time before I figure it out. Okay, good connection to viewers. Viewers who join live videos will be shown here. Okay, so I've got a number 2 at the top. So is that a question or comment? Have a little chat with followers. It's not quite noon yet, so this is me figuring out what the hell I'm doing. Now, where's that? Ah, I see. Alright, so I can see that by typing that in, I've put a question. So if anyone would like a card pulled, put in a question, a hello even, and I'll pull a card for you. So a bit about me, just while I'm waiting, because I'm not getting any questions yet, and I'm presuming they come up as people ask them. So I'm a psychic medium. I've been actually consciously following guidance from the age of about 32, 33. So it's been over 20 years and, you know, Spirit has pushed me to do things that I wouldn't have normally done. I was very, you know, shy and no self-esteem, that sort of thing. So, you know, I was guided courses to do along the way. You know, I'm an artist, so I was guided to do that, and I've done fine arts. I did children's services for quite a few years. Then I've done a psychology course, Bachelor of Psychology, which took me a very long time to do, but finished it finally. And I really only did that to help myself and my children, because I don't know about you, but sometimes, you know, what systems are available are never, you know, quite... they don't do the job basically, and most often than not you end up left to yourself. So I thought, well, if no one can help, I'll have to study it. So yeah, I've been creating art since I could hold a biro or pen, pencil, whatever, stick in my hand. And I've done paintings, sketches, lino prints, which I did had an exhibition in the local regional art gallery. So I had 2 rooms full of 32 different prints. I don't know if you can sort of see in the background there, some prints up here, but they're sort of a different sort of style. A lot of it is sort of how can I put it? It's sort of symbolic. It's not, you know, it's sort of what I would call sort of abstract, but a lot of them are guided. So I have been told that the prints on a higher level, given I'm here for, you know, like a spiritual reason basically, I was told I was here to connect people to their angels, you know, that type of thing. And, you know, just help the old energy that's leaving connect to the new energy that's coming in. So in regards to the artwork, what I was told was that artwork is a way of activating higher conscious levels, and that's just from looking at it, basically. And at the time I was, pumping all these prints out, guided, and I thought, well, how are people going to see them? So that's why I created my art page on Facebook. So Robyn Nelson, Australian artist. If you go in there, you can have a look. And I've got all sorts of art, but, that was the specific type of art that was going to spur on this higher consciousness or activate things, on a psychic level for other people. So that was really interesting. But yeah, I do actually like abstract quite a bit. Yeah, so has anyone got any questions? I'm seeing all these people joining, but I'm not noticing any questions. If you would like a card pulled, put a thumbs up next to your name, and I will, following likes, the user followers, put a thumbs up and I'll pull a card for you. Okay, hang on, what's this one? Oh, that's me. Okay, so, well, just in general anyway, I'll pull an angel card for everyone today. Let's have a look. And the way I work is I'll be guided what card to pull out in terms of the position of the card. So I might get a 2 or a 3 or a 5. So when I'm doing a reading for someone face to face, I get guided the top, which is past, present, future, relationship, finance, and then I'll get guided what cards to pull out under that. So it sort of tells a story. Then once I've done that, I then pull out guided an angel and a fairy card, and then a few other different cards in a different pack, which then sort of make hits on what has been delivered in the reading. So it's like, yes, that's a definite message, that's a definite message. And like most things though, I mean, I like to teach people more about following their own guidance and recognising spirit around them, so we all have it, everybody has a bunch of angels, guides. They can be from people they've known in past lives or this life. And angels can come in and out. The archangels can be anywhere at any time, same with the creator. And I mean, I refer to him as God, him or her as God. But, each to their own. And what I originally got channeled was basically whatever the creator was, they put down a sort of a story, if you like, different parts of the world, and so all the religions have, a bit of a common theme, and that was the original message, if you like. And it was just a guideline, we all have free will, and at the moment the Earth has shifted from a 3-dimensional trajectory to a 5-dimensional trajectory. So the planet itself has received enough light from those on the planet to move. So that's a good thing for us because, there's so many things that have been happening covertly for probably since time began. I had a healer that I went to that basically told me we were an experiment that went wrong. So the current feeling at the moment is that that's now shifted and we are now in the light. So all of the negative covert stuff that's sort of underlying, just the surface will be brought up. So for all of us, whatever we've pushed down, on a human level and avoided and whatnot, will come up, because once it's come up, we can heal that, then we can move on. So, a lot of that underlying angst, pain, whatever we've hidden for whatever reason, it can control us, and through depression and negative feelings, addictions, whatever, which, to me, addictions are just a way of numbing what you don't want to know or remember, which is, for me, it would have been shopping, So in whatever form it takes, it's the same thing. But once you are not in control of that, that's when negative energies can, come in and sort of cause a bit of strife. So, who you choose and who you choose around you, what you choose to put in your body, you know, everything you ingest affects your energy. And, you know, clearly I like food. For me, that's been a way of numbing my feelings. So my choice of addiction, I suppose, was food, as well as shopping. And once the damage is done, it's done. But, you know, if we sort of know these things, we can then make better choices, you know. So it's all about choice, free will, you know. So choose well and be as positive as you can. I mean, for many years I felt victimised, you know. I've had many past lives that were awful. Co-host request from requested host. What's this one here? Not sure who that is, but we'll have to find out. Okay, so like I said, it's all new to me. If people want to start putting thumbs up, I can do a reading for you. So let me know. But anyway, so yeah, back to the negative energy. You know, it's our choice basically. And as I was saying, I've come from many past lives of, you know, also all sorts of torture and horrible things. So this life was probably in comparison okay, but also I've had people, psychic people, say to me, you know, you've experienced so much carnage in your life, but you've still maintained your inner soul, as in the light, you know. And for me, as I say to my two girls, I was a single mum with two girls, we've done great, we've got this far, but we've all used it to help others. So if it hasn't killed us, which it didn't, obviously, it's you know, it's created the person we are now. We're using it to help others, because I think the best healers and or counsellors, psychologists, whatever, friends, whatever, people, are those that have been through situations that you can then talk to, that understand. If they do not understand, then I personally get nothing from it. But if you come across someone who's been on that path and who knows what you're going through, they can really help healing just by example, you know. And like anything, everybody's path is different. And what works for one person doesn't work for another. You know, each soul comes to this planet with basically a soul contract, and when they come, they, you know, they've chosen the soul growth life lessons that they would like to experience. We choose our counterparts, if you like. It's almost like, you know, we're on the other side with the creator going, all right, well, this time I want to try this. And okay, Bob, you can be that person. Fred, you can be that person. You know, Cindy Lou, you can play that person. You know, so it's like we all have roles, because I actually have done a lot of past life clearing for myself and other people, and spent quite a few years doing that, just that. And you know, what I notice is that we can have someone in our life, for example, my ex-husband. We've been in 3 lives together. One of my daughters, we've been in a couple of lives together. So you find maybe the same players come back. So in other words, there are soul groups, you know. So, yeah, you choose it. So it's sort of, once I got past that point of feeling like a victim, I suppose, and taking back my power, which is really important for anyone that's feeling that way, I just used to say to myself, well, what's the lesson in this for me? Obviously, I'm not getting it, because until you get it, it keeps reappearing. Sometimes, for example, my ex-husband, it was sort of like, you know, in a prior life, he'd killed me and killed my baby, and in this life, the point was to say, no, thank you, see you later. So for me, that took a long time, I suppose, because on some level, when you get these really passionate, whether it's love, hate, whatever, connections, it's because you do remember that you've been connected to them before. And you'll find that in attraction also. You're either attracted to someone immediately, feel like you've known them forever, or you hate someone immediately, or just feel uncomfortable around someone immediately. And, you know, usually there's a reason why. I have found a lot of people coming to me that, you know, have had extramarital connections, etc. It's been because they've known them in a past life, you know, and the memory is so strong that they can't help not be attracted to this person and or whatever. And, you know, it doesn't mean they're meant to be with them this time, it's just their soul remembers them. So, you know, you take out the judgment, and it's all about the soul lesson. So, you know, you choose any step of the way, but until we really get the deeper meaning, well, we don't recognise it, and that's just normal human psychology, you know. And of course that depends on where you are in the world, what culture you've landed in, you know, and we do choose that each time. You know, I've been all sorts of things, you know, Native American, bloody French, English, other planets, you know. And that's another thing I got also. When I first started getting information coming in, it was like, okay, so the universe obviously has, you know, it's infinite. There are other energies on other planets, obviously. And we incarnate on whatever one we choose, given what specific energy that planet affords. So, for example, the Earth is the planet of the heart and emotion. So that's what we gain on this planet. So, you know, we might not have, because, I mean, when we're all one, we don't have that experience as a single entity, whatever you like to call it. So, of course, when we come to these places, we get that experience, and then also we're gaining the energetic signature of that planet, if you like. So that was very interesting. And I know in one past life healing session I had, it was like, oh, I can see a planet blowing up. Oh, actually, it was a healing session. A planet blowing up, and I'm in this ship watching it. I never got to see what it looked like, which was interesting, because it would have been interesting. And the healer at the time knew about it, but he didn't sort of inform me any details, which was probably a bit annoying, because it would have been nice to know. But we don't necessarily need to know these things here, and that's the thing with past life healing work. I mean, when I first started going searching out this sort of healing for myself, the in thing to do at the time was to regress somebody back into whatever the situation was and to re-experience it. But at the time, it was like, you know, I'm seeing all these negative, well, I suppose if you like to call a devil type thing, and all these sorts of horrible things, and I'm like, it doesn't seem right. Anyway, so years later I got channeled, because I had something like 20 lives pulled up, and they were all horrific, and I'm like, okay, so here you are walking around with these other lives in your conscious mind, as well as the current life you are living. And what I got channeled from my own guides was, nah, this is not good, because depression, anxiety, all of these feelings are what open a soul for a negative energy to incarnate into. So, of course, then they can have a lot of fun, and, you know, when you see some people that maybe, for example, years ago, I remember this mother with postnatal depression. She drowned her babies in the bath, 3 or 4 kids or whatever, didn't recall it. In my way of thinking, she was probably possessed at the time, therefore she's not actually conscious of what's going on, she's not in the picture, and lives with the result. So this is why it's important, if you experience some of these things, to go and get help, you know, because it's like I at one time had agoraphobia and other specific phobias on top of that for a 10-year period. And at the time I'd been, you know, being stalked by a ex-husband, and, you know, single mum with 2 kids, money work, all sorts of horrible things going on. And, you know, it's just not good. It's, sorry, my dog's rolling around on the floor here. No, it's not a good state, but that was just, to me, that was like just existing, you know, and I feel like that was taken from me. And this is why I'm passionate about this sort of work. When people come to see me, I sort of deal more with, okay, we got some little hands there, Harley. Okay, well, I can pull a card for Harley. Yeah, so it's important to get help, because it's no fun just existing on this planet. You know, you're here to thrive and live, have fun, have many experiences. We can learn from, like, I would say to my guides now, I desire to learn through love and joy. Where before, when you get into that mode of you're a victim, you attract more of it. Everything you think in your mind, the forefront of your mind, you attract. So if you say things like, oh, I am this, or blah, 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 that's what you are. I am are the two most powerful words in the universe to say, because what you follow that with is what you bring into your... What? No, it goes again. Bring into your existence, into your circle. So, so I am blessed. I am, financially abundant. Just keep saying it. Eventually that'll become a truth. You do have to put action into it. Okay, so anyway, I'm just getting told. 5. So this is for Harley. Okay. Alright, so this is for you, Harley. Just have a look here. So we have the Queen of Wands. So this is either you or someone around you. Yeah, exactly, Harley. That's right. When Harley's saying it will manifest more, you speak it out into the universe. Absolutely. What did they say first? There was a word. Now, I don't follow a religion. I've never read the Bible, but, spirit will lead you to things to just validate things. And I know with prayer work, it is more powerful if you speak it out loud. But like if it's say a protection prayer or whatever, and you're in public, well, of course you say it under your breath and in your mind. And you only have to say it in your mind. My kids aren't religious or anything either, but when they're afraid, I used to say to them, at least say, Jesus, help me now. and because, of course, they're very aware of spirit like me and can pick up energy and whatnot. So, my youngest daughter had seen all sorts of things that were scary. Oh, Mum, there's an alien at the end of the bed, and I'm like, well, just hang on to me, darling, you'll be fine. Mum, there's a cloaked thing at the end of the bed. Just hang on to me now. Because, of course, people will come when you're yeah, exactly. The more positive in thoughts and actions you are, the better. Amen, yes. So because when you're open to spirit, and a lot of people are, if they want to help to get over, which is something I do, they will make themselves known. And they're not all negative, but if you're a mongrel in real life, then of course you're a mongrel on the other side. So, it's so complex and not, it's fascinating. So anyway, so Harley, the reading I got for you, love, is there's a Queen of Wands, so that's either you or someone around you. There's the Wands to me often indicates like a work situation or where you put your passion. So this is very strong woman, generous, etc. Now the Hanged Man is a time of waiting. So whatever's going on, you're feeling like it's just never going to happen. It's waiting. Page of Pentacles, it could be a new job you're talking about, but then the next one that comes up is the Ace of Pentacles. So that could be something that you want to do, like a new business or some new project, because that's the beginning of it. But often that can be not just a job, but a business or that type of thing. Now the Two of Pentacles, money in, money out, and it's a balancing act. So, that's most of us. Now the other two cards I got told to pull for you for this particular message. Working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. So flowers, and even if it's just something as simple as nature, getting into nature, being around that sort of energy, it's very healing. So that's great. And I've got a new pack here, a chakra packet, and the card I got told to pull out was Gossip, which obviously is, I see something like that and I immediately think, well, there's probably gossip going on around you. Now, if you are waiting on something and there may be some new sort of job or something, often there's people who may be around you that are, jealous or whatever. But this Gossip card says, Okay, so it's about prejudice and misunderstanding. So what am I resisting? So the key ideas are uniqueness of others, naivete, support for your vision, lack of appreciation or refocusing your life. So freedom, dance and honour. So this suggests that appreciating differences is the key. This card is a warning that you may lose a valued relationship if you do not appreciate what you have. So, you know, yeah, there you go. So let me know what you think, if that's relevant. So basically it's saying flowers at this time could be something to do with work or opening your heart or healing. There could be someone around you that and this could be you or them. Someone's either not appreciating you or you're not appreciating them, and just go easy on that, or you may lose a friendship there. And that there's possibly some either new business or job that's going to bring money in. Balancing act though, but it's not quite yet. You're hanging around waiting for it, and there's some woman involved that is... Oh, okay. Wow, that hits... Oh, thank you. Well, people tell me that my readings are spot on, honestly. And I've had people come in and they've had no idea about something, and then the next day, bang. Occasionally you get a sad one, like I had this woman, I was at this psychic, psychic fair. This lady needed a reading, so I sort of said, all right, come on. Didn't have any money, so that was fine. And I picked up a death. Well, of course, most... appreciates that makes good. Well, visualize what you want, what area you want to work in. Even if you don't have any idea, if you just say, I'm blessed with the perfect job for me, just something as simple as that, and let the universe work it out, because we don't know what's out there, you know. Someone's saying, what am I reading? I'm doing a reading for a lady on here. Psychic reading. So put into the forefront of your mind, or just think about the things that you enjoy. You know, what do you like doing? I mean, it's not nice to have a job you hate doing. So maybe look into an area with your strengths, or maybe the flower card is actually a message. You know, have you ever thought of doing that type of work, you know? Because I had a friend that was someone that worked in a flower shop and she loved it. So just start to say to the universe, you know, to give you signs. I'm focused on one job specifically that I have an interview for this upcoming week. All right. Well, I would be saying, in your mind, I've got it. I've got this job I've gone for, you know. I mean, you have to be positive, but also I do say, like I've said to my girls, I've got a 29-year-old and a 26-year-old daughter, and I say to them, because they live in a city and, you know, the difficulty of finding work, etc. If you don't get something, that's because the universe is either protecting you from something, or it's not your path. Because at the moment, the way the energy has shifted, people are being more aligned with their life purpose. And actually, I do have some life purpose cards here, which actually was the flower one for you. So that was your life purpose card that I've pulled out there. So definitely, you know, I don't know, working in some area to do with nature or florist or even beauty, who knows. Okay, so that's for you, Harley. Okay, Puds, can you do... Okay, yeah, I'll do one for you, love. Okay, so... just put that one back there. Okay, Puds, I'm a medium as well, right? And there's definitely someone around here coming through for you. So I feel like it's a male, I don't know, 68 I'm getting in my head. Beard, you know, round belly like me. I don't know, but anyway, so I'm feeling there's definitely someone here for you in spirit. Okay, so let's have a look here first what we've got. Ooh, shivery. That's spirit. Okay, so 7 of Cups. So there's some choice to be made. Yeah. Excellent, Harley. Good on you. All right, so 7 of Cups for Pud. There's some sort of choice, something, it's hearts, right? So, or cups, sorry, which equal hearts. So there's something that you're praying for. You're feeling sort of isolated and alone, but you're being sort of guided to choose something. So there's sort of an energy around you saying, make a choice. Now the Sun is the next card, which is all things fantastic. It's happiness, joy, love, you know, just everything. That's, you know, that's like the best card you can get in terms of joy and happiness. Okay, the 6 of Pentacles shows some sort of monetary gift, or and it might be something that you're not expecting or something from out of wherever, but it's some sort of either gift or something you're going to get that you weren't expecting, but there's something. So maybe that first one where it's saying, you know, you're praying about something, maybe this is an answer to some prayers, I don't know. There's 2 of Swords, because like I say, I'm just someone that picks up what they're telling me upstairs, and it's really, the most important thing is what you feel when you are told something, right? What you resonate with is the point. So, you know, it doesn't even really matter what I say, it's what you go away with in terms of the message. And often often I notice with my work, like I'll tell stories, because if I'm in a reading and start telling a story, it's like that person can go, blah, 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 and then that gives us more information for the next bit of the reading. Because mostly I deal with what's happening now. I'm not someone that will say you're going to marry Fred and have 2.5 kids. I talk about whatever's happening, whatever's stopping the energy from flowing in that way. Then once that's taken out, because as a healer also in the conversation we shift it, and I do hands-on Reiki healings or energetic readings as well. Once the blocks are gone, then you can move forward. Or even if it's just connecting you to your guides and angels, if it's you know, just enlightening you to maybe the opportunities, your possibilities, or the signs you might be getting, because a lot of people get signs and they have no idea, you know. But anyway, so there's some choice that you're being asked to make here. Joy, happiness, amazing, whatever. Some sort of financial gift. Now, there's something here where there's some conflict and you don't want to hear it. So whatever's happening, you know, this is the picture, right? Okay, so there's some conflict and you don't want to hear it, which, you know, is natural, human. Now, the card that follows that is 2 of Cups, and by the way, that also, and when you tune into someone, you can actually pick up, you know, people around them. So often I'll do readings and it'd be like, we sort of work out, oh, hang on a sec, this could be a son, could be someone around you, whatever. You might be a person that's in the middle of someone else's, you know, arguments and whatever, or it could be you, but either way. The next one's followed by the 2 of Cups. So this card suggests that at the moment you're feeling that your hands are tied. There is love around you, your guardian, and it might not be a partner as such, because like this is the card. I don't know if you can see it. Hang on, there we go. So, you know, this person's on a rock, they feel isolated, everything's tumultuous in front of them. After this point, it's not going to be so tumultuous. There's love in front of them, and their guardian angels are around them. So they are not alone. But at this point, I think the main point of this reading, love, is that you're at a crossroads. So this is saying, and crossroads often are more to do with... let me see. Sort of like things that we've chosen before we come here. So life path type stuff. So, you know, that sort of thing. So you're at that point at the moment, right? And you're being asked to take more notice of your psychic, spiritual family trying to give you information. And that's, you know, thoughts, that pop into your head that you know weren't there before and come out of nowhere. You might see, you know, and these days, like back in the day, I used to have books throw themselves off bloody bookcases at me and all sorts of things. But I, you know, from the age of 32 onwards, I'd get direct guidance in my mind. It's not audible, it's in your thought form. So you need to sort of take more notice of that, and then marry that with your psychological self and your common sense. I mean, a lot of people these days don't really have common sense, but you know, we can live in hope. So anyway, so there's definitely some life change. Everything is sort of somewhat imbalanced at the moment, cloaked in your spirituality as in your, protection. So you're ready for the next step, but you've got to choose it, obviously. So maybe with that, we'll pick out a life card, path card, let's see. Okay, so, oh, this is lovely. Okay then, Spud. It says healer. So you have the spiritual gift, and that one popped out, just, which is always a message. So you have the gift of healing and a desire to share it with others, and writing. So you heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. So fantastic. So, you know, if you can incorporate that into the next part, you know. And like I said, at the moment, because we've gone to this fifth dimensional shift, energetically speaking, and people are being more aligned with why they're here, of course you can imagine, especially in America, how things are at the moment. So many people need help and healing and just direction, and you can't do it for someone. Like, okay, that's not the point. You can only help a person identify the blocks to their growth, and on some level, I suppose, whatever is going, in my opinion, I think that the Creator, to shift the consciousness of the one, right, and the planet, sort of essentially allows certain things to happen. You know, they may be negative, positive, whatever, but I think that they have the overall say, you know, like, yes, bad things happen, but yes, we may have come to experience that because we've been on the flip side in another life, whatever. But as a whole, it's I can't think of the word, like, you know, when you put something in a fire and you know, sort of mould it all together. But anyway, so yeah, so all of this ultimately is for our growth as one, you know, all the experiences. So, you know, people are having good experiences, people are having negative experiences, but actually the experiences go back to the one anyway. So it all sort of works out in the end. But I just think that now we've gone into the fifth dimensional shift, that we can now learn from joy and love. We've had enough of the other. So we've learned that lesson. And so for those of us that want to move on and out of that particular level of, you know, anger, you know, evil deeds, whatever, you know, lying, whatever, all those negative things, which are part of our consciousness, absolutely. But sort of once we move out of that, then hey, let's have some good experiences, you know. Why not? That's why we're here. We've learned that lesson, we can move on to the next. Okay, so I'll pull out an Archangel card. Now, if anyone wants me to pull a card from, just put a thumbs up or whatever. Just ask a question. I'll just have another look here. Anyway, I hope that was okay for you, Spud. Let me know. Okay, what's that one there? Okay, so come on, people, give you some thumbs up. A lot of people don't like it when you do this live because, I mean, I don't care. I get onto some of these myself and go, oh, you know, can you tell me who, you know, is going to be my partner or whatever, which, you know, age-old question. And yeah, I don't care, but some people don't want other people knowing their business, but like, I mean, some of these usernames would take me a million years to say anyway. So nobody really knows who you are. 2, 3, 4, Alright, we've just been told to pick out 3 Archangel Raphael healing cards. Okay, so what we've got caffeine free. Oh, thank you, Harley. Lovely. Caffeine free. Hello, cappuccinos. Been a bit too fond of them lately. So, dear Archangel Raphael, I ask that you cut my cords of attachment to caffeine so that I may honour my body's natural energy rhythms without chemicals. Yeah, and you know, someone like me that even knows this information, as I say, it's free choice, isn't it? So free will, I should say. So it is your choice what you put into your body. And now, actually, I'm a diabetic now too, so that's wonderful. So, you know, can't have that chocolate cake like I used to. Anyway, so change physicians. So, dear Archangel Raphael, thank you, for leading me to the best healer. Actually, what I'm getting told is this is actually for someone out there. So if this resonates with you, this may be a message for you, because I'm just getting it's for someone out there. So, okay, so someone's having a problem with their health. So caffeine and or something that's sort of chemically induced. I mean, even things like, you know, Pepsi Max and things like that. I mean, all these drinks are no good for you. And have effects on your body if you have a very sensitive constitution. So, okay, so the next one is change physicians. So this is saying, thank you for leading me to the best healer for this situation, amen. So in that, I'd be saying, thank you for blessing me with the perfect person for this condition, or to work out this condition, or whatever. The next one is ask your body for a message. So, dear body, please help me hear your messages. Archangel Raphael, and he's the archangel for physical healing, please guide me in honouring and respecting my body's needs. So for anyone out there that may be having some sort of health issue, maybe look at your diet, get another opinion, and ask your own guides and angels, right, for a message or a clue as per what's going on. Okay, so it's probably you again, Harley. Okay, apparently we're having a Harley and Puds day today, because nobody else is giving me asking questions. Come on, people, ask questions. Yeah, so okay, so maybe love, get a second opinion, and yeah, honouring and respecting body's needs. Yeah. And like I said, that's a choice, because sometimes I certainly don't do that with mine. I used to be someone that would, like I said, two girls, you know, single mum. You have to do everything yourself, so I would literally flog my body till I dropped in exhaustion. Oh, here we go. Crackers Gaming. I can do a reading for you, Crackers. That's a funny little name there, isn't it? Actually, at the start of this, oh no, when I was advertising this, I said I'd give it a crack. So you were obviously meant to join in, Crackers. Okay. Oh, okay, Crackers, your name is Josh. Okay, Josh. Okay. Let's see what the angels have got for you, love. Someone's around also. This is a long one. Okay. Okay, Josh. So the cards I've been given are... Now, the Three of Swords is basically there's something at the moment that's happening that, or coming up, that was very painful. I mean, the card looks horrendous, but, you know, where are we? So if it's you in the bath, whatever pain you've been holding in will come out. But after that, there is a chance for it to be healed. We have a Queen of Pentacles. Now, this could be a woman around you who is very strong, who's very supportive. Could be a mother, could be someone at work even. She's holding a pentacle, sorry. So there's someone around you who's supportive. Now, there's some offer. Three of Wands is an offer of some sort. So this could be in terms of work, because they're wands. To me, that's job related, possibly. Okay, so there's some offer, but at the moment you're not sure if you want to take it. So given the woman had a pentacle in her hand, this could possibly be in terms of work. Now, the moon card is confusion, not knowing which way to go. So there's emotion, probably not a good time to make a choice when you're in that state. And I know myself, when you're like that, I say to people, I'll get back to you later. Because in that moment, you're not thinking straight, so you don't know all the information. So, okay, so there's something that's going to come up that's quite painful, but that you can heal from that. There's a woman around you that could be in terms of some sort of job offer. There's an offer of something. It could be maybe a few jobs even, but there's some sort of offer, I think, to do with work, even if it's up to another level, I'm not sure. The moon, there's confusion and emotion. Now, the Five of Pentacles is walking away from something. So whether that is a job, so whether this you're not sure whether to stay there, right? If this is a job and it's talking about that, and there's this confusion, the Five of Pentacles talks about walking away from either a home or a job or something, and feeling, depressed about it, which is absolutely normal psychology, and or response to it, but your guides are watching over you, and obviously you'll recover from that. Now, the next card is the Wheel of Fortune. So basically that's a karmic thing. So if this thing happens, if you do walk away and leave it, it was meant to, and I'm feeling shivery to say yes, because it was pre-planned before you come here. And the next thing is another, so I think if you did walk away from that, there looks to be another job on offer after. So once again, trepidation as in not sure if you want to take it or not, but there will be something else. And the Five of Cups here shows, and I don't know whether this is like why this thing's happened, but there's, it's like when there's a lot of emotion and feelings of love, right? But what this card sort of talks about is somebody has said that somebody's done something and they didn't, but the reaction was as if they did. So there's regret and that type of thing. So whether that's what's happened in terms of the pain at the start, and then the confusion, I can't tell you, but I just do feel that whatever is happening has been a karmic matter. So you couldn't have avoided it. It would have happened anyway. You're walking away from whatever that job or that situation is, but then there's another one that will come after that, some sort of offer. But there's some sort of regret about the situation. So I don't know if that's spot on or not. And like I say, my readings can happen the next day or it can be in 6 months. I always ask for something that's sort of in the moment, What's that? Lilith Hottie. I don't know what your real name is, Dale, but I'll call you Hottie. H-O-T-Y. Okay, so in terms of, so this was for Josh. I'll pull out a life path card and that might help, love. Leadership. Take charge of this situation. So whatever's going on, given it's karmic... Okay, Charlie. Okay, love. Hang on. So whatever's happening, this is saying take charge. So you're not doing the wrong thing, Whatever happens is meant to happen, but take charge. You make your choices, because as I say to people that come to see me, you've got to live with your choices. So, someone can say to you, okay, this is what's coming up, which really to me is God's giving you a heads up so that you're prepared and you're not shocked, because when you're shocked, you can't make decisions. And with that forewarning, you can sort of prepare yourself. But, ultimately, each person makes their own choice, because nobody can help a person move forward in their growth. It is something each individual has to go through on their own, or it's not growth, they're just words, and they mean nothing. All right, so I've got one here for Charlie. Okay. Okay. Rightio, Charlie. Let's have a look. So we've got the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands could be a male, Usually I sort of see this one more as moving forward. It could be in a work situation given it's the Wands. So this person here. So we have a Knight of Wands, and of course you sort of have to look at the whole card spread to figure out what it's sort of talking about. Now the next one is the World. So this basically means your energy at the moment is complete. So that's amazing. That's fantastic. We all strive for that. So everything's in order. Everything's complete. You're at the end of a cycle. So whatever's happened, once again, is meant to have happened. You're at the end of that particular cycle. Now there's a Knight of Pentacles. So whether this is someone in your life now or a new male, this would be a new man coming in, or someone that's already there. Now the Devil, basically that's like, I mean, unless you were doing drugs and you were drinking too much, or like me back in the day, shopping too much or whatever, and it was a problem, this basically talks about being, looking after yourself physically more, right? So cutting back on the things that you do that would be considered to be excesses. But it also means to love yourself more, that you're a natural person, it's okay. Okay, well, we've got another one there. I'll just write this name down, I'll forget. Okay, so you're a natural person, that's okay. Now the next card is Eight of Swords. So basically this one talks about having kept, see the sun god looking down. So you have kept all the negative, you know, people, situations, you've fought battles, you've kept that at bay, you've gotten beyond that. But now the sun god is looking down at you, and he's sort of saying, make a choice. And you've got to, because until you make a choice, you don't move from that energetic sphere, if you like. And I forget all the time, because I lived such a difficult life. You know, it took me I'm 50, coming up to 55 years old, and it took me 50 years to sort of be able to take a breath. So prior to that, it was all pretty difficult. So I forget to put into my mind what I want to happen next, because I'm quite happy rolling out of bed and just being, you know, just actually having a day where you're not in a state of trauma. So this is sort of similar feeling. It's like, just start choosing what you want to happen next, because unless you put it out there, the universe can't give it to you, you know. And the last one is the Lover's card. So basically what this talks about is there's a choice. So there's a choice to be made in some situation, right? And what you have to be aware of is be careful what you choose, because if you don't know all the information, it can bite you on the ass later. And in this, it's the storyline of this card situation. The two, like, this man has to choose which goddess he wants. So he chooses one. So the other two go off and plot against him. So basically, there's a choice to be made there. And, you know, if it's in love, you choose. But just see how you feel about yourself with either or choice, you know. Because really, that's the best guide. You know, if you get gut feelings and... one's here saying, I choose life. Amen to that, sister or brother, Harry. Yeah, so just, yeah, be careful. So, what else? Okay, so this card here, I'm being told to pull for you too, love, Charlie, is wisdom. So basically, you obviously have the wisdom in you to choose what's right for you. So that's brilliant. So in other words, whatever this, you know, don't worry about it, don't stress about it, because you're grounded, you're solid, you know what you want, and you'll choose the right choice. I mean, I used to have people, and I'm getting shivers through me now, so there's either someone around you or that's going to happen. You know, I often look back on my life and think, oh, well, that wasn't a very good choice. But at the time, given the choices I had, it always was the right choice. So, no different. Okay, so the next person I've got here is, what was it, Stormy? Hang on, let's have a look up here. Okay, Stormy. I don't know if that's... Okay, so... Right, so this is for you, Stormy. I don't know whether you're a man or a woman, but... I mean... I'm getting told which one, but I'll probably say the wrong one. I laugh at myself, honestly. Crack myself up all the time. My kids tell me, Mum, you're not funny. And I think, thanks, darling. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so for Stormy we have hang on, why is that sticking up? I'm not sure why that's got. Okay, so first card here for you, love, is you've taken on too much. So this is for Stormy. So if this is in a work situation, and there's the card there, what this says is you're exhausted and you've come a long way, but you're exhausted. You're so close to what you want. So in this pack, what is sought after is the golden fleece down in the corner. So you're just so close you can almost touch it to what you want. But you're so tired and you've taken on far too much. So you need to start delegating and getting other people to pull their weight, you know. And, you know, really it probably seems like you need a time out just to rebuild your energy sources. Now, the Ten of Swords looks horrible, but it's, once again, it's one of those cards that says, you know, you've fought for what you've got. You've come up against a lot of people that have tried to pull you down. Your angels and, you know, guardian angel, etc. And, like, we have more than just one guardian angel, but they've protected you and kept it all away from you, but you're exhausted. So, but this card is also a hope card. So from the point of that feeling exhausted, now you can start healing. So that's a great thing. Also, off the top of your head, whatever your heartfelt wish is, you're going to get it. So what I say to people when I'm doing a reading is, what's your heartfelt wish? Don't think about it. What just comes straight into your head, because you might go in thinking, oh, I want to know about my job situation, or I want to know about a love relationship situation, but that's not what the angels want you to know. That might be not what your deepest heartfelt desire is. So whatever your heartfelt desire is, this is saying that you're going to get it. So that, I think, is fantastic. Now, around you at the moment, there's some gossip and carry on. So whether this was in a job situation or in general, what was the first one again? Yeah, I think it might be in a job situation, because the first one started off with the wands. But anyway, there's gossip around you. So the next one, this one is, and I sort of still see this as a work situation. Somebody wants what you've got. So if you are in a work situation, I would suggest that maybe somebody is trying to get what you want or what you've got. So there is some sort of, you know, overt or covert battle going on for that, whether it's a job, a home, or wherever you put your passion and your energy, which is what the wands represent. Someone wants it, but ultimately, now you can move on and heal. Whatever your heartfelt desire is, you will get, right? So I'll pick one out of this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be a release, okay? So when all this goes down, this is a release, okay? Someone's asking me if I'm Muslim. No, darling, I'm Australian. Thank you, but I'm Australian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And perseverance. So this will be a release, but to persevere, okay? So that's for you, darling. Okay, so let's have a look. Now, if anyone wants a reading, just ask a question, or thank you so much, Robyn, that really resonated with me. Great, darling. God bless you. I mean, when I do readings for people, I know that it's God sent. Like, anyone that comes for hands-on, like, I don't get nervous about these things, because I did years ago, because you know, the sort of stigma that surrounds that sort of gift, if you like. Great, no worries, Stormy, good. God bless you too, love. Yeah, it's just something that you're just the channel. It's not coming from you. You're just like the PowerPoint. So, and because I've experienced a lot of it and been guided for so many years, I've been on the flip side, so I understand a lot of things, and it's my passion anyway. But ultimately, my aim is to connect people to their own angels, their own guides, to figure out the messages they're getting from them. And they can be smells, past loved ones can, you're walking through a room and it's like, oh, I can smell Granny's perfume. Or, if you've, and on the flip side of that, if you've got something in your house that's negative, because I've had my house when I first moved into this place, which is like a little shoebox, really. Very humble indeed. It was, 3 ghosts were here. 2 females that were not nice, and 1 male, an older male, that I don't consciously know who he was, but apparently he was here protecting me from the 2 female. So the 2 females had lived here in this house prior and were women, single old women that were alcoholics, and they did not like children. Well, of course, I came into the house and then, had 2 kids in, 5 years, right? So, and I didn't know I was a medium, and I'd walk from, through the house and sort of feel myself completely change. And they were coming in, and I just knew that I felt different, so it was, a bit of a shock to me. And then, of course, I'd get into bed and I could feel someone scoot in behind me, and I was like, hell to the no, jump out the other side. So, this is how I got on the path, because, I had lights that would go off, like as in Smash. I had TV turning itself on and off, sink turning the water on and off, horrible smells, and horrible smells are not nice. So the energy that gives you that isn't a nice energy. So that was interesting. So I went to my local spiritual shop and said, you probably think I'm crazy, but do you know anyone that can check the house out? And then the lady that did come to do it, and also my bath, every time I used to get in my bath, I'd get... McCox, hilarious. So the bath in the bathroom, of course, this woman apparently had died in there, but every time I got in there, I got really depressed, so I was obviously picking her up. So that was interesting, but once they were gone... Interesting. Quartz. That's actually not a bad healing stone, though. Okay, so so there's all sorts of things, or ways that spirit and or angels can connect with us, So you just have to be open to it, and a lot of people are, but they don't sort of quite get it. Because life is so busy, people just go along. And, they don't notice these things because there's so much noise in our society that we can't sit and be quiet. I know I find it very hard to meditate, but meditation could be something as simple as sitting outside, sitting in the grass, looking at, nature, anything like that. It's all... anything that will calm your mind. I mean, as an artist, also, when you do that, you can tune in to other levels. Same with music, all of these things. Everybody, we have a McCox 223 here that is trash and everything, but that's okay. The only thing you're connecting with is a McDonald's. I could tell you stories about that, yes, they do, and I ignore it. So I should not. Exactly, Stormy. Exactly. Okay, so, what else? Let me go. Okay, well, I'll just pull out an inspiration card for us all and see what we get. Okay, so, live your passion. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm living my passion. When you're enthusiastically living your passion, whatever it may be, you transmit spiritual signals to those around you that you're in spirit, loving who you are, what you came here to be, and whoever comes into your field of vision. So there you go. Excellent. That's like all of us. And like I was saying, this is where we're being pulled to what we are meant to be doing here now. And when you do a job or work in a situation where it is your passion, it's not working. You know, to me, it's joy. It's something that you love to do. So if we could all sort of find that, and, you know, also, for me, it's not a monetary thing. I mean, I don't have any money. So, and I never have. So for me, that's not what motivates me. It's when people come to me and they are in so much pain, and actually I'm welling up here. I don't know if I'm picking anyone up, but I'm getting a lot of heat up my body now. And I actually feel like I want to cry, so I don't know if I'm picking someone up here. It's definitely someone coming through. But, you know, yeah, if we can move into that and do things from love, and because we want to help other people, you know, when you've been through, I'm getting a lot of, okay, sexual abuse as a child, you've not been accepted, you've had to fight your whole life, you know, all of these things, and you've lived through all of these horrendous things, rapes, whatever, and you can still have joy in your heart and give everything that you've got, then that is a powerful energy. But I've definitely got something coming through me at the moment, and I've experienced all these things and much, much more. But yeah, but this is my joy. And like, I've studied this stuff for 30 years. And there are people out there who are not honest. But, you know, energy is attracted to, well, what do I get channeled? Water seeks its own level. So, for every reader, for everything in life, we find what is most energetically connected to us. So, you know, like I said, things come when they're meant to, and you find the person that you need at that moment, you know. And I had a couple of healers that I met along the way that if I actually hadn't found them, I don't think I'd still be here. So I would go from psychologists to healers, and found that I needed both. So I've done children's services, I've done a Bachelor of Psychology as well as all of this other study, and well, now I'm actually the person I needed all those years ago. So, you know, and I do a lot of healing work for free, because when I find someone that is in a situation I was in, I can't but not help. Anyway, I don't know what this energy is that's come through. It just come up me all hot. But like I said, I'm a medium as well, so who knows. But anyone else out there want a reading? Declan's saying hi. Hi, Declan. Would you like me to pull a card for you, Declan? I'll pull a life path card. Hang on, no, not that one. Okay, I'll pull an angel card for you. Okay. Okay, so acceptance. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, please help me accept that everything is going in the right direction. So that was for you, Declan. I'm not sure why, but I'm just noticing that people are joining, but they're joining again. So I don't know if that means it's logging out, or I'm not sure. Okay, so that was for you, Declan. So basically, Archangel Raphael is helping you at the moment, and to accept that everything going on is as it should be, and you're in the, you're right on spot where you should be. Okay, so how long have I been on here? I'm not sure what the time is. Now, if anyone else wants a reading, put in a thumbs up or a question, and if there's no one else, I think we might leave it there. Thank you for watching, and I'm not sure about the energy that came through, but it was very, very strong. Things like that don't happen to me very often. Follow the host. What if you have already had one? Had what, Woods? Not sure in the question, love. Oh! Well, you want another reading? Oh, you only get one reading. I already did your reading, darling. Would you like another card? Now, what did I pull? Just thinking. How about I pull an inspiration for you then, Pud? Because I know I didn't pull one of those for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm getting told to pull 2 for you. Okay, what do we got? Attract peace and reconnect to your source. So, wow, you have fewer conflicts in your life. Oh, sorry. I'm wearing glasses, but you would think that I'm not wearing glasses. Start again. Okay, that's because I've been crying, I can't see. It says, vow to have fewer conflicts in your life. You came from no conflict, so you can return there and know heaven on earth by refusing to have your inner world conflicted by anyone at any time. So, i.e. me in this feed with that person. So yeah, and I would say, like, my life has been hell and tumultuous, and if I can get back to a state of normalcy given what I've been through, anybody can. But it is work, and even when, I had one healer I went to for healings for 10 years because I knew that I needed to keep having my energy pushed up, right? That I was working along healing myself and doing what I needed to do and clearing past lives and whatever, but also I knew that he would keep propping that energy up, or at least assisting me in elevating mine, right? So if you do the work, whatever you have floating around in your head as self-talk, mine used to be completely negative constantly all the time. Now, I eventually changed that, and basically I started off with a Facebook page because cognitive, work in terms of, saying a million times I'm a good person or whatever doesn't work with someone like me. So I just started finding positive affirmations and posting all the time, and eventually all the negative self-talk was replaced by all of this positive information, because sometimes when we grow up, our carers have never had that themselves. They can't pass that down. Generation to generation is different anyway. So what's okay for one generation isn't okay for the next generation. So you can change that. No matter how shitty your life seems, you can turn it around. Now, the other card they told me to pick out was reconnect to your source of being. So when you're inspired, you reconnect to your source of being. You go beyond the world of limitations and enter a space of creative knowing. So as you move into a state of inspiration by feeling connected to a great purpose or an extraordinary project, you surrender. So basically, if you find something that you're inspired by and you surrender to it, and you feel connected to something more than just yourself, which, we all know there's more than just ourselves. I mean, life would be pretty boring if it was just ourselves. Then, you'll do well. And I feel like that then will bring about the lesser conflict, So that's for you, Pud. I think I wrote your name down somewhere, didn't I? Josh or something. Anyway, so that's for you, darling. Yeah. Okay, so anyone else have any questions? Or would like me to pull a card for them? Now, I don't know where you are in the world over there, but this is Sunday. Well, it was 12 noon when I started, so I'm not sure what the time is now. In Australia, in Broken Hill. I know a lot of the people on my page are American, so I thought I'd try and do it so that it was sort of Saturday their time, so I don't know if that worked out or not. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I think that's probably enough. Sorry about the tears. I don't know where that come from. It was obviously spirit, but whatever. Oh, I'm from Perth. Okay, how you going, love? Well, I'm in Broken Hill. So you're Australian. Oh, there you go. How cool's that? Thank you too, love. I mean, if I don't have anyone asking any questions, it's probably, I mean, I could rave on about different things, but it's not that exciting, is it? So, you know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for my mouse for my computer, but like I'm on the phone because I couldn't do this on my computer. So I've literally duct taped my phone up on something so I can have it facing at me and I didn't have to hold it while I'm trying to organise cards. So that's a bit hilarious, but anyway. Okay, well, God bless you all, and hopefully I'll do this again, and next time we have more people coming on. Okay, thank you to everyone who wanted a reading. It was fantastic because you make the show, babes. Okay, see ya. Okay, just figured out where to press. See ya.